Hello, mate.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. I almost forgot how to speak then. I was like, what am I supposed to say? Yeah, hey, it's quite simple.
We say the same shit every time.
I know, yeah. I know. Do you have a good week?
Yeah, it was all right, mate. How was yours?
Yeah, really good. Yeah,
Good.
really, really good.
We went to Charlie's new shop opening, the grand opening.
Grand opening. Yeah.
That was good. Loads of people there. Nice little soft play sensory area.
was there?
Soft play, yeah. Sensory area just off to the side, which is good. I couldn't have taken Thomas there regardless of how well she's got it set up, just because there was quite a few people there because it was her opening day.
Yeah, absolutely.
He would have been like, yeah, let's go. So, and obviously you didn't bring Lydia, did you, for the same reason, because you had her on.
I had her Saturday. Swimming on Saturday, so
Swimming on Saturday. We'll
Swimming
talk about that.
on Saturday.
So Carl was there. I know Andy Gunning came up after, but I missed him. I got a flat tyre, didn't I?
You did,
I had a flat tyre.
You did, unfortunately.
Went to leave and then actually stayed for an extra 2 hours waiting for my tyre to come and get repaired. Anyway, so Carl came up. He brought his daughter Sophie up. Sophie, shout out to Sophie. Sophie's a gigantic BTS fan. Am I getting that right?
BTS, yeah.
BTS,
yeah.
South Korean band. You think you know something until you realise how much you don't know. They do Lego for BTS.
Do they?
Lego. Yeah, Carl.
Wow.
Yeah. Sophie was telling me all the stuff that she's got as a super fan. And yeah, they do Lego sets.
Crazy.
Like a boy band Lego set.
Oh my God, you know what? I'd love it if we get our own Lego set. You've reached the pinnacle of anything once Lego are produced.
Yeah, once Lego go, I think we need to do a Autism Dadcast. That teeny tiny niche of the market.
Absolutely.
Lego set.
Yeah.
So, but that was good. It was nice to meet Sophie. Really, really nice kid. And then, obviously, Saturday, you took Lydia swimming.
Yeah, Lydia's got swimming lessons every Saturday, kind of half an hour long, which are going really well. So we had I think we're in kind of lesson 5 now, and a lot of it is just getting that confidence in the water and exploring it. I think the first 2 sessions, outstanding, really taken to it really well. And then we had this massive blip, and I think she was unwell, meltdown, not going in the water, trying to get her in there gently. We had to leave. And then we've had 2 sessions back. Again, we've got there. Really, really anxious about going into the water, doesn't want to go in. Eventually coax her in, hold her very closely, then she builds that confidence and enjoys it. And then last week, she's just a similar sort of story, but then the transition from being anxious to actually, you could see her physically smiling, enjoying the actual session, just changed. And she got Swimmer of the Week. So Swimmer of the Week certificate.
Awesome.
Smashed it.
That's nice.
So yeah, really, really happy.
And that's at Sevendale School, isn't it?
That's at Sevendale, yeah. So they've got that beautiful swimming pool, and it is heated.
Oh, nice.
Which is even better.
Nice.
So yeah, really good. Just something nice to do, like father-daughter bonding, that sort of thing there. So yeah, really, really good thing to do.
Yeah, and that's the thing she'll identify you with.
Yeah.
Is going there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that is nice.
Hopefully it's a positive memory. Oh no, he's getting me in the water again.
Last Saturday would have been a positive one, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely so.
So we had, what happened? Monday.
Hit me with it.
Monday. So Thomas had a super duper meltdown on Monday morning going to school.
Oh, wow.
And he normally, like even after a half-term week, that's when you'd think.
Yeah, you'd have it then, yeah.
Does he know he's going back? Mish rang me and she was like, oh, that was awful. And I was like, well, what happened? She had to get him on the bus because obviously the staff won't
handle him, will they know?
Kids. So she had to manhandle him on. And we were trying to think, like, why was this different? Like, what was different about this? We're trying to play it back.
And he'd seen all the... Because you have it all laid out. Okay. I'm jumping the gun here.
No,
Go on.
there you go. No, it's good. No, it's good, though, because you remember it. Like, what's changed? So the day before, normally we put it up, like, late afternoon, early evening. So when he's still up and about and isn't dreading bedtime yet, he clocks the board telling him what's coming tomorrow or the coming week. We hadn't done that. So in his head, he's like, oh, it's another half term. It's another week off. Right, sound.
Okay.
Not only that, but then when Mish woke him up as well, she always says, "Come on, Thomas, get up, then bus." She said school instead of bus. So even if we think, and all you can do is try and think, because you know your kids pretty well, think what it was, maybe he was like, okay, I'm getting up, but because she said school, he assumed he was going, because he got up, got his uniform on fine, but then when he realised he was going on the bus, that's when the meltdown happened. So we think, because she said school and not bus, he thought he was going in the car to school. It's just like, it's like...
It's a gift that keeps on giving,
mate, we say don't underestimate your kids, but it's also like, it's not underestimating their ability, but like that podcast that you sent me earlier, that #1 world expert on autism, don't underestimate their attention to detail. And like, just because you said one word, you might not think it's a big deal, but they might be. That then is just programmed their whole day. Yeah. You didn't say bus, saying we're going in the car.
My day's planned out. This is exactly what's happening.
Mental. So we're like,
where to us, it'd be like,
school, bus, whatever. I'm going
to school, aren't I? That's the end destination. Whether I go on a bike, bus, helicopter, I'm getting there, aren't I? So
it's mental.
Wow.
Yeah, so it just totally... But she said what was interesting is he used to do this thing where he'd like, you're trying to put kids in a car seat, and they arch their backs.
Yeah, they just become rigid.
He didn't, because she was putting him on. And this is the other thing with following through that we always talk about.
Yeah.
Because she started getting him on the bus, he was really upset, still melting down, but knew, no point me arching me back here, because I know she's going to force me into this.
Yeah, it's happening regardless.
Exactly. Yeah. So he just kind of went with it.
So, how was he when he got to school then? Because I'm trying to work out, is it like, right, if we split the day into segments. All right. The segment of me waking up, that's fine. The segment of me putting my school uniform, having breakfast, that's fine. This segment here about the commute to school, that's the issue for me at this moment. Yeah. Once we get past that segment, I'm at school. Is that kind of forgotten about, or has it then had an impact in school?
It didn't transition into the rest of the day either. So he'd even chilled out before they got to school. So even the whole bus journey itself wasn't the issue. It was that I'm going on the bus. Yeah. So yes, he had a meltdown, but then once they'd gone,
that segment of my understanding of what my journey to school is going to look like. Yeah. That's the bit that's right. No, this wasn't confirmed on the board. We always put it on the board. You haven't put it on the board. Yeah. Why are we now going on the bus when it in my head it's supposed to be the car?
Exactly.
And then once that's happened, it's like, right, guys, that's a bit of fucking shit. In future, let me know in advance. Exactly. Otherwise, we're going to have a bit of an issue.
Why is the board there if we're not using the board?
We're going to have you use the board or lose it, guys. And then it's like, right, I'm on the journey to school. That's fine because we take this journey anyway.
I know what's happening now.
Yeah, I know where I'm going. I'm going to school. I'll let you off this time. Don't let it happen again.
It's kind of again, Mum and Dad.
Like that.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's something like if you don't live this.
No, it's
like, well, this is simple. What's the issue? But
it's a bit like for us to relate to PDA.
Yeah.
If you don't experience PDA, you're going to struggle to understand.
Pathological demand
avoidance. Yeah. Like the little nuances on how you ask questions or offer up choices. I don't even know the word that right, because I don't even know if you're asking questions necessarily. It's different for different kids, obviously, but some parents have said, like, you can ask a question, but you have to ask it this way. Or no, you can't ask questions because the question is still deemed to be demand, so you need to offer up choices. But then you offer up choices, well, you're demanding I choose one of those. Yeah. Even if you want one of them, even if they want one of them, because it feels like a demand, they can't choose it.
It's like fight or flight kicks. Yeah.
It's like, so unless you live in it, you're not going to get it.
Goodness me.
But it's,
Goodness me. How was he for the rest of the week?
Yeah, he's been fine.
Yeah, you've learnt your lesson, yeah?
Totally learnt your lesson. Today, funnily enough, we had... he's in this thing now where because the weather's nice, he goes outside. Basically, comes back from school, just walks straight through the house, straight outside, and he's been sitting on this... they're almost like little sheds, like chest-high sheds. You put the mower and stuff in them, don't you?
Oh, like a storage box.
Yes, it looks like a storage box. He's been sitting on that. And he gets to it by climbing up his slide, getting on the side of his trampoline, walking along that, and then getting on that way. And he just sits on it and eats his dinner. Yeah. Because, our kids eat their dinner anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at least it's not off the floor like it used to be. But the neighbour came round earlier, and they're new neighbours. We don't know them. We don't know them that well. You know what it's like when you've got new neighbours? It's like, who are they? What are they like? Have you seen him yet? All the other neighbours are going, have you spoken to them yet? And like, she came round and all I heard, I was working and all I heard was this woman, she sounded lovely, basically saying, your kid's trying to climb over the fence into their garden.
Yeah.
So I was like, so now Mish, as I was leaving to get here, Mish was having to like move everything climbable away from the fence so that we don't end up with a situation where he's jumped over into some random neighbour's garden.
Oh, wow.
So, but that was just before.
Have you had to do the whole... This is another thing. Have you had to do the whole explanation?
Not yet. Not yet.
Hey, you'll see Thomas quite a bit. Just so you're aware,
yeah,
he's autistic.
Yeah.
And then have that kind of blank look and go, let me explain autism to you as well.
And if you're not aware that there's something different about my kid from the sounds he makes every day
Yeah.
in the garden, it might just be, and this is fine too, that might have been her polite way of saying, I don't want your kid looking over the fence into our garden, which is like, yeah, that's fair enough too.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. So it might not be a fear of him climbing over. It might have been, can you get your nosy child away from the fence, please?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's... But all of it, all of that is just this this assumption that attention to detail isn't something they do, and in actual fact, that's the thing they do best.
Yeah,
that attention to detail is something they're fantastically good at. For all the disabilities they have, that attention to detail in autism is just like...
Yeah, and that's our assumption, isn't it? Because, you know, particularly with our children being non-verbal, so communication's a big thing there, because... You know, they can't communicate going, hey, I've got great attention to detail, I'll reel off all this sort of stuff here. You go, no, there's nothing,
because they can't communicate.
There. There's nothing there, but the chances are
there.
they're probably just an absolute sponge of information and detail in there that
they want to take in. But again, one of the other things that they do pay a lot of attention to is triggers that let them know what's happening with their day.
Yeah.
So, we dropped the ball there slightly. I mean, especially the board. Like, the board was just like a schoolboy error. Like, that's the thing that we set up. And
in a way, it was a bit of a pain in the arse on Monday. It does reaffirm how important the board is actually working.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, even if he did it as an experiment, deliberately did it, be like,
Christ.
the board is absolutely working because look what happened now.
Yeah.
Just by moving one thing out of there or not having something in there, it's so it's definitely 100% working.
Oh yeah, and when we first decided to use it, he didn't understand it. Like we put it up well before he understood it, but it just meant then, because otherwise you're waiting till you think they understand it to use something like that as a tool.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just put it up well before they can understand it, when they are ready, they'll click it before you even realise.
Yeah.
And we think that's what happened. We do think that because one day he was just looking at it and you could tell he was like, "There's a pattern here." We're like we're on the last day. I know this is my last day, and all the buses, because she takes it away. The bus moves. There's not like 5 buses. The bus picture moves down the board. So yeah, he's definitely he definitely knew what was going on. But yes, it definitely works, and we definitely learned our lesson.
All right, good.
But how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been busy. Busy, which is always nice. Lots of things going on. Trying to think what else has happened, but I think that's kind of the key thing there. It's just that swimming with Lydia.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the major milestone. She's teething at the moment, or got adult teeth coming through.
Has she? Thomas still hasn't got any coming through.
Yeah, but she's got her 2 front teeth, which are obviously the baby teeth or milk teeth, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But then she's got her adult ones coming through behind the...
Oh, not under it. They're like coming through
they're just coming through behind, which is causing her a few...
Has she been to a dentist yet?
No, not yet.
It's rough, isn't it? Yeah. It's
so,
not like 6 monthly checkups.
No.
How about now?
So yeah, trying to find... I think there is one in Shrewsbury that is autistic friendly, so...
Yeah, the St. Marcus Street.
Yeah, so we need
They
to...
are fantastic.
Yeah. So
like they like inspect teeth, like, they're not insisting that the kid lie there with a mace.
Just like meerkats just moving around.
They're just like, well, and they're like, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
like,
we've got it.
And they're like, yeah. We've seen everything.
So we might have to have a little look at that. So I think those are probably the key things there. But otherwise, she's doing really well at school. Have
you seen all the social media? Of course, you've seen all the social media stuff. The social media ban.
Yes, it's going to affect me being so young.
Yeah.
It's.
What's your thoughts on it? I'm like I'm conflicted, but I'm only conflicted because I've had a typical child,
and
I have an autistic child, and my opinion varies on.
I get a lot of adults saying, and we've had conversations like this, and we've had it with our friends saying, "Oh, we were of the generation that didn't have internet, mobile phones, never mind social media. We had the best upbringing and everything else like that." Fair point. It probably was.
It was great. 90s were amazing.
It was absolutely fantastic time to be out there. But I'm thinking now, like, digitally, it's so entrenched in everything that we do.
Yeah.
I understand people look at nostalgically about, it'd be great for our kids to have the same upbringing that we had, but the world's moved on far too much.
It's not going to happen.
It's not the same world.
You can't just switch that off.
No, but like, hey, we're going to go back to analog. It's so much better then.
Yeah.
But every generation, the world's moved on. And I get the safety aspect from it. Like, it's important to protect children from, let's call them predators, or, people with nasty ulterior motives that want to have access to them. I completely understand that. But I also fear that, that's probably a smaller percentage than children that are getting something from it. Mm-hmm. And also, I do believe that there's an element that parents should or do their best to limit it. Sometimes that is hard, having difficult conversations or taking phones away, having curfews, everything else like that.
Yeah.
And everything along those lines. But I know, like, from some charities saying for, like, autistic children, that there's going to be potential drawbacks to it as well. So...
Again, I mean... It depends on your child, doesn't it? But like, if Aiden's 18 now, so it's kind of, he's past it. But if, again, it depends on that, like, the mental health of your kid. Like, if you've got a healthy kid,
yeah,
like, he's got friends, like, I'll be like, yeah, switch it off, because the amount of times I'd go upstairs to his room and I'd be like, mate, you got just go hang around with your mates. Like, but we don't. We all just want to stay in and play. And it's like, fine, because they stay in and play online gaming. Well, that's different. That's not something that's going to get banned. But sitting there and just being fed information, and especially for, like, girls, because girls go through a really rough time where they're comparing themselves to other people, and that's just stuff they're looking at as fake anyway.
Yeah, and do you remember when we were growing up? You'd have, like, the teenage girl magazines, were they like Sugar or something like that, or Blit? I'm showing my age here.
And that you bought them.
Yeah, and I was an avid reader of them all. But there used to be that comparison, like, these girls are all stick thin. That's what society expects you to be. And I can imagine that's, like, blown up if it's on social media, because you can't escape it. Everything is massively edited on there. But also at the same time, if you're going to go to today's generation and the way society is, just get off your phone or whatever it is, or your computer, and just go out there and play. It's not as safe out there to play.
No, there is that
nowadays.
as well.
We'd get on our bikes and piss off to the woods and
build dens and things like that.
Build dens, set fire to stuff.
God,
do you know what I mean?
So much fun, that stuff.
Come back when the lights go on. The street lights go on. That's when you're supposed to come back for dinner and all this sort of stuff. But you just kind of think now that it is a bit crazier out there. It's a bit scary just to go, hey, I don't know where my kid is. You just turn up when the lights, that sort of thing now.
Yeah, the idea of just saying. And bear in mind, we had no mobile phones
in there,
and we were just like, knock. You'd go around your mate's house and just see if they were there.
Yeah, knock on the door. Is so and so coming out?
Is Andy in? No, he's gone out. Oh, when did he leave? And you'd be like, when did he leave? Or he left half an hour ago. Did you see which direction he went in?
Yeah.
Who was with him?
Yeah,
and then you'd, like, go to all the usual spots, and you'd maybe find your mates about an hour and a half later.
Yeah, you were like a professional tracker, weren't you?
Yeah,
just be
one of the places.
Hey, a couple of these branches have been broken. You must be down here.
Yeah, it'd be like at the college playing headers and volleys or something, or slam or whatever.
It,
and then
in the river or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Exactly. Yeah, it was mad. But so I get it. But the other thing, and I can't help but think like this, but do the government just want to stop it because they're worried about the safety of your child, or is it because of certain political leanings and political information they're receiving?
I'm just like,
there's got to be an aspect of that.
I'm cynical. It may have come across in earlier episodes. This wasn't in their manifesto.
No.
This is just like, all right, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've heard them go on about digital IDs for a long time.
Yeah.
We want to bring in digital IDs. Everyone's gone,
nah,
fuck off.
Yeah.
You're not bringing digital IDs in, right? Even though our information's, pretty much most places there. And then when we're doing the white paper, there was on about, hey, we know we can't get it in this way. We're going to bring them in for every child that's a SEND child.
Yeah.
They'll have a digital ID.
Brilliant.
You're like, oh, yeah, so you're going to go through the back door.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no, we're going to do this to protect the children. To protect the children. And there's a lot of things that people could say, and I won't get into it because it's very, very political at the moment, and it's a hotbed out there, about if you wanted to protect children, why didn't you do X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
Why didn't you have a certain inquiry and vote that down? All right,
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into that because it's like you have a conversation like that and you just get pounded by people from different angles, and it's crazy. So it just seems like, well, why are you doing this then?
Yeah.
Why are you just tacking the social media? Let parents parent to a certain degree and have the control over the children. It doesn't need to be state-run.
No.
But then if you flip it on the other side, it's like, well, we are going to... Children can't go on there because they won't be able to prove their age through the various methods that they're going to do, facial recognition, or you've got to put credit card details or anything else like that. Which then makes me think, well, that means every adult that's going to use social media
ID bit
has to prove they're over a certain age to go on there.
Yeah.
So effectively, you're getting in what you wanted, but through a different angle.
Yeah.
Once it's in, it's that classic thing. Well, it's in now. We're not going to build upon it. It's just there. But once the actual apparatus is there,
that's the same with everything.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's tinker it a little bit because there's been a disaster, or there's been another, God forbid there's not another lockdown or something like that. Oh, we've got the apparatus there, but we can use it for this now, guys, and they'll make some song and
in
dance.
the moment, we'll all agree to it because we're desperate.
And then it just moves more into control, more into, surveillance, everything else like that. And you just wonder, they keep going about there is freedom of speech. This is potentially an apparatus to limit certain freedom of speech, or well, actually, we can check on you. You've been going down this angle. And I just don't trust that it will be used for what they're saying it's being used. That's my problem with it.
And even did you see Keir Starmer when he was doing the announcement about it?
Is that the one where he looked like he just came out and just zipped up a little hoodie?
It's just like, but the problem is...
His hair was a bit more ruffled.
Yeah, it was. And you fucking know.
Hey,
They went, oh, let's just get a couple of hairs.
Just put a white T-shirt on and we'll put a little zip up and you can sit on the comfy sofa like, hey, guys.
We're going to mess your hair a little bit. We need you to look like a dad.
I'm a dad too.
Do they think we're stupid? Well, I mean, some people probably look at that
and
they don't, subliminally, they don't realise what's actually right in front of them. But, okay, so... I mean, this is the other thing, actually. Even with kids that are under 16, and they want to do a curfew for 16 to 18, don't they? But kids that are under 16, you could push a certain political leaning to up-and-coming adults, essentially.
Yeah, 100%.
But you can't do that if you make sure you ban all social media across the board. And I heard questions that... They haven't confirmed yet if Blue Sky is going to be banned.
I don't know if it has been confirmed now, but one of the social media apps, and I hadn't really had much, I never really had heard about it apart from certain things across in the US.
Yeah.
But it's traditionally, let's call it a left-leaning platform. Well, certainly it's not like X.
Which one is it?
Blue Sky.
Oh, Blue Sky, yeah. Blue Sky's like left wing.
It's like more left wing, and X is now because of Elon Musk. It's you're right wing if you're interacting on X. But it was like, why are you banning every other social media app but weren't looking at Blue Sky?
Yeah.
And then if you start going down this rabbit hole and you go, well, if there's no social media apps for children and the only one they can get on is Blue Sky, they're naturally going to gravitate towards that. But then we'll feed the information into them when they're young, and then when they become a voting age, they're naturally going to be towards us.
That's all they're going to know.
And this is such a horrible way of thinking that we can be manipulated like that.
Yeah.
It's like the cigarette companies. And this might sound crazy to some people that aren't as old as us, but do you remember going into a sweet shop and you could have... Literally, in the sweet section for children, it was cigarette packs, and they were filled with chocolate cigarettes in the edible paper.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, it was like, hey, they were branded Camel.
Yeah.
Benson and Hedges.
Yeah.
silk cut, exactly the packaging that used to be on the cigarettes, but they were miniaturized versions with chocolate. I remember going there and going, I'll have the camel ones.
Mad, isn't it?
And buying them. And that was designed by the cigarette companies to go, you will now have a fond memory of that particular brand.
Just don't eat the cigarettes.
And then when you get to a certain age, you'll gravitate to like your uncles, your dads, your grandfathers, and start smoking. But you'll always come back to that childhood memory of having that camel chocolate cigarette. And it's almost, if you want to get down, it's almost like, hey, you've grown up thinking this way now because everything was forced on you, which is this particular political persuasion or whatever you want to call it. And that's a guarantee that you're likely to get a higher amount of people that would buy into your policies and vote for a certain political party based on their leaning. And it's a horrible way to think that this is one of the reasons why we could be going down this. But then what I think has annoyed a lot of people is that you've wrapped it up in this beautiful packaging saying it's to protect our children.
Yeah.
When in Australia, where they've tried it, is it 6 months in now in Australia?
Yeah.
Like this, studies come out saying like it's not been effective.
No,
the majority of children, these are children who are clever and tech savvy, have gone, well, I'll get around this by doing the X, Y, and Z, but VPN or VPN, whatever the case may be, or I'll do this. I'm still on there. Yeah. So it's
and with all of this, we're just talking about typical kids.
And we're just talking about typical kids. I mean, what they're saying about neurodiverse children. I guess this is what a lot of advocates are saying. Is there's a loss of vital social lifeline. For some autistic teenagers, online communication is actually easier than face-to-face interactions.
And these are obviously the semi-tweeners.
These are the semi-tweeners, the high functioning.
But again, if this is all they have...
Yeah, if this is, if you're thinking, like, I can't cope with face-to-face interactions because I need more time to process a conversation.
Yeah.
I can't... The social cues in like, having a face-to-face conversation are really difficult for me to pick up on. I can't, the whole eye contact. Yeah. I can't do that. So by having online conversations, you can control those interactions and you can pause it when you need to pause it.
And they can build into real life interaction with the people. If you're feeling really insecure and you're not confident in a face-to-face interaction with someone, building a relationship with someone through social media and then face-to-face.
There's less sensory overload, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's less sensory overload if you're doing it like that. And I think many autistic young people report making their first genuine friendships online.
Especially when you've got special interests as well, because that's how you find those people.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got like a reduced access to autism communities.
Yeah.
So things like Reddit, YouTube, Discord, they allow autistic teenagers, I guess, to connect with others who understand their experiences. So if you feel isolated at school, these communities can be incredibly important because there's self-acceptance, there's kind of identity development that you start to build, your mental well-being. And then tied into that, which I think a lot of parents will recognise in autistic children, is special interests.
Yeah.
So you're going to have now an impact on special interests. So many autistic children will use social media to engage deeply with their passions. So, gaming, things like it could be Disney, trains, whatever the case may be.
Whatever it is, as obscure
history,
as it could
art,
be.
coding, whatever it is. These interests often become gateways to learning, confidence, friendships, and it's all from that. The amount of parents we spoke to, and they go, "My kid loves," and they're able to use YouTube, and they'll have a special interest, and they'll just be like in on it. Yeah. And you can ask them any question on this particular subject, and they're just a master at it. Yeah. But through doing that, we've then discovered they've learned how to communicate and interact, and they're now coming to us saying, trying to get what they want because it's something they want. We're getting that interaction, starting to create communication. So there's all this side of things.
Is YouTube included in the ban list, isn't it?
I think YouTube Kids
is allowed.
But
I'm amazed.
YouTube Kids, I've got YouTube Kids account for Lydia, and it's very much like, hey, nursery rhymes, children's cartoons, everything else like that. But if she had an interest in airports, that's not going to be on there. If she's like, the thing I love is airports and watching planes taxi in, taxi out, and I can now, football grounds. I can name every single football ground in the country and the capacity because
I'm surprised they've done YouTube, just because it's a massive learning platform.
It's a huge learning
platform, and you can't
isn't it like
really...
the second largest search engine behind Google?
Yeah, and Google own it, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of schools point kids to, you know, when they're doing GCSEs, they point into online learning through YouTube.
I mean, it used to be like we used to have was it Bite Size on BBC?
That was it, yeah.
BBC Two Bite Size. There you go. Here's 20 minutes on algebra. Here's 20 minutes on Henry
I
VIII.
never did it, but yeah,
no. But you were directed there. But now you can literally go onto YouTube and do that yourself. And do that. And then the other thing is increased isolation for non-speaking or socially anxious autistic young people. So, again, some autistic children communicate more comfortably through text, images, online groups than they do in person. So
something's got to give with that, you know. It's got to.
Yeah.
It's got to, because it is going to... I mean, Thomas watches YouTube, but he does it through Mish's account. So, again, people are probably going to be able to do that. But, yeah, it's going to cause a lot of damage. And I say this fully understanding why. Let's assume they're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
I understand the danger of it. I mean, even I go through Facebook sometimes, and it's like...
It's a cesspit.
Yeah, and I'm like... And I get it. I understand. The people that are being arseholes, I totally understand why they're being arseholes, because they're usually struggling themselves. They're like school bullies.
Yeah.
But I can understand that as a 44-year-old bloke. I can see why as a 14-year-old, you might not be able to pick up on that. And
I get what they're saying, you know, like particularly with neurodiversity and autism, there is that we got to reduce the exposure to online harm. You know, so the cyberbullying or manipulation or grooming, shall we say, of vulnerable
some horrendous
children.
Shit that goes on, isn't there?
Absolutely get that side of things. But there's another way you could tackle it, is tackle the source. Is put more efforts into identifying these particular individuals that are doing that, and not just slapping them on the wrist.
No, we're too soft on everything.
It's like, we know you're a predator.
Yeah.
Don't you do that again.
We know you're a nonce. Stop noncing.
Yeah. Like... Don't do that again. You're on a 6-month probation now. Don't do that again.
For any American listeners, a nonce is a paedophile.
Yeah.
Not on normal courtyard exercise. No. It's an old prison lingo.
Yeah, it's like... Okay, but what you're doing then is just cutting off the entire platform itself.
Yeah.
And you're focusing on the negative, but with that, there's so much positives that can come out of that as well. But I think just going in there and going, right, remove it for everybody, that's it.
Yeah. It's not an easy challenge. I could tell you.
It's not an easy challenge.
But... And again, the curfew thing for over 16s.
I think that's absolute bollocks.
What are you on about? Like, I can
16
vote.
to 17-year-olds.
I can vote. I can have a child.
Yeah. You join the army?
Yeah, I could join the military, but I can't watch social media. Like,
it's like, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. If they're not responsible adults, fine. Then you need to move. Definitely don't give them voting rights.
No, but I don't understand. Like, it's up to 16. It's a full ban. 16 to 17. Is it something like you've got a curfew and at 8 p.m. you must be off it?
It's like, what?
What difference does it make?
No, exactly.
What difference? Why 8 p.m?
But the thing is, they're doing this at the same time as they're talking about bringing the voting age down.
Yeah.
Well,
so if you want to bring the voting age down to 16, because your argument is, hey, they deserve to have a right to speak and have influence on their future.
For the direction of the country.
Yeah, they should be able to vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means you have to have a pretty good understanding.
You have to have a pretty good understanding.
And
Absolutely.
And policy.
But then at the same time, you're going, but don't you go on Snapchat, you naughty little monkey? Yeah. You better be off that by 8 p.m.
By 8 o'clock, because you can't hack
I'm watching.
Yeah.
You better get off there.
Yeah.
Stop scrolling.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like, again, we know historically, the younger you are, before you have responsibilities and everything else, that the data shows that you tend to be more left-leaning, idealistic. You know, everybody should be treated the same. As, you have this kind of, we need to make the world a beautiful place.
Yeah, like utopia.
As you get older, you become more like
cynical.
It's like
realistic.
Yeah, realistic. you realise that. And
don't get me wrong. Like in an ideal world, all that stuff would be great.
Absolutely.
Like socialism.
Yeah.
In its harshest sense.
Yeah.
If it was for anything but humans, it'd be great.
Yeah.
It'd be so fair, but it doesn't work because humans are assholes.
Yeah.
And we're selfish.
This is it, yeah. And
we don't strive to do better if everything we do is going to get taken off us.
And many people, when they're working their asses off and they're looking at their pay packet going, where the fuck has that gone?
Yeah, why did I train to do this?
Where how am I supposed to raise a family on this? Why am I paying out so much this? Why is the price of everything so expensive?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Your political viewpoint starts to skew a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think again, it's another way to increase the voter base.
Yeah.
Is having 16 to 18-year-olds.
Because they do tend to vote.
Yeah.
Vote
yeah. So it's very cynical, isn't it?
Very cynical, very political.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what is it? It's just every year, isn't it? Just every year?
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's like 13 months now.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it on the drive over here. I saw a video of a mum beside herself about saying, she goes, people ask if I could take my kid's autism away. We haven't talked about this for a while, have we? If I could take my kid's autism away. And she was like, sorry, I'm going to say it. I absolutely would. And I thought, that's funny. That's like a conversation that we had in like episode 1 or episode 2.
Yeah, episode 1, yeah.
So, 12 months on,
Oof.
Has your opinion changed on that at all?
If I could take it away?
Yeah. And everything that comes with taking, because that's the nuance that sometimes doesn't, I think, land with everybody, is that by taking it away, and it depends on your opinion of your child, but taking autism away and everything that comes with it, would you do it?
Do you know what?
And if you wouldn't, or you would, explain why.
Okay. I think last time we had this conversation 13 months ago, we just got her diagnosis and everything else like that.
Yeah.
I said I wouldn't take her autism away because it wouldn't be the same child that I had known for the first 4 years of her life at the time.
Yep.
Yes, her personality character would still be there, but that kind of investment in her made me think, I wouldn't take it away because it wouldn't be the daughter that I'd grown to know up until that point.
Yeah.
I now think, because we had only just started doing this podcast, and looking back, there was a lot of naivety. Now we've spoken to thousands of families, been invited to this. We've spoken, we had experts on, everything else like that. We've had parents telling us, again, stuff that wasn't even our radar.
No.
What happens when they're an adult? Mm-hmm. And then the whole conversation, that horrible fucking conversation that comes up all the time. What do we do when we're gone?
Yeah.
And having to have this constant back and forth in my head about, is it better that she dies before I do, knowing that she's been loved throughout the entirety of her life, rather than me dying and then potentially going into the care system and having to be looked after by people that, are very, very good at their job and they're doing it for the right reasons, but ultimately they're paid to do that job. And then they go back to their own families, whereas, she's in care. Having all that information now, I would probably press the button and say, take it away.
Okay. Now,
and
here's another one, right? So same thing. I'll give my version of it as well, but okay. So you could press the button now, and next time you see her, she's Lydia without autism. Because that's kind of what we're saying. Yeah. So you're pressing a button, boom, and when you see her, she's going to go, Daddy!
Yeah.
And all the things that come with being a typical kid.
Yeah, 100%.
You would do it?
I'd press it now.
You'd press it now?
I'd press it now, and in the past I was probably going, hey, it doesn't matter, because there's almost an element about me. They're going, look, I'm the big man, I can cope with this, this is the cards I've been dealt, and they are the cards that have been dealt, and you can't change that.
Yeah.
And there was an element like, no, we're going to go through this. Maybe there's a bit of stubbornness in there. Like, no, we're going to go through this regardless.
Possibly, yeah.
Now, because my eyes have been open to what the future is, although she's only 5, she could have another 70 years ahead of her.
Yeah.
In a life.
And you won't be there for that.
I won't be there for that. And I just think, goodness me.
Yeah.
To have, like, a relatively normal life compared to what the life is going to be like.
Yeah.
And whether she understands it or not, I don't know yet in terms of her ability and her communication. I think if I was to, this is only me personally speaking, if I was going to go, no, I'd rather her be autistic for the remainder of her life, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's probably me being very idealistic,
Yeah.
and having rose-tinted glasses on, and it's more about me going, like, it's fine, we can do this, aren't I special?
Yeah.
Where now it's very much like, shit.
Yeah. So for me, I've always said it with pride.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I've almost said it with this pride that I think the way I used to say it was, autism runs through every part of him, which it does.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he is autism. It just means it just runs through everything. So the idea of, like, to that point, pressing that button, and then I go and see Thomas, I'd feel like, and I walk through the door and he's like, "Daddy, let's go," and I'd be like, I would, as you would with Lydia, you'd be jarred. You'd be like, whoa, 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 almost like, who's this kid?
Yeah.
It looks like my kid, but this isn't my kid. I'd almost feel like to press that button, I'd have to go and say goodbye to him.
Oh shit, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd feel like I'd have to give him so many kisses and cuddles and do the play he likes to do now as an autistic child.
Oh, fuck's sake. This is like
Do you know what I mean?
grieving 2.0.
Again, and that's kind of that's what I was thinking on the way over.
Yeah, you've done the first bit of grieving.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a different journey now.
That's it.
And then if you did it again, be like, hey, buddy, we had a good 6 years.
Mate, and that's what I'd have to do.
We had a great 6
I'd have
years.
to go, let's go do all the autistic things you love doing.
Yeah.
And like, hugs and kisses and pulling him down the slide on his blanket, because typical him might not want to do any of that. Typical him might go, "Dad, can I play on your PlayStation?"
Yeah.
He's 6.
Yeah.
He's going to be 7 in July. He's not going to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's not going to be sitting on the thing on the side by the fence eating his dinner. He'll be sitting at the like, all of that typical stuff would come with pressing that button.
Yeah.
Which is, and don't get me wrong, I still think I would press it,
Yeah.
but I'd then be grieving
Yeah.
the autistic kid I've been living with for 6 years. And it would be worse, that grief would be worse than the grief of the kid I thought I was going to have.
Yeah, because you've had time to bond and you've had that
Exactly.
kind of, you've been through
Yeah.
extremely testing and difficult times
Yeah.
that have made you the person. We've talked in the previous episodes, what's the difference now that you've become an autistic parent? And you're like, I found strength that I didn't realise I had. I'm more resilient. I'm a much more patient person. So them being autistic has forced you to grow, adapt, however you want to say it, as an individual.
Yeah.
And find things in you that you never realised that you had or were capable of achieving or overcoming.
Yeah.
So you've built that up through your child's diagnosis, condition, whatever you want to call it. So it's been a growth journey for yourself.
Yeah.
In that, and then it's like, right, let's press the button.
Yeah. And the reason that this is the other thing that comes up as well is you see like a lot of these therapies and like stem cell therapies and stuff in America, and they nothing against anyone that's done this, by the way.
Yeah.
At all. I 1000% get it. I've always had this little niggle in my head about people that are trying to cure their child of autism. But it isn't a switch that happens overnight. It's like this gradual improvement that happens. They start, vocalizing more and they learn things more. But I've always had like a bit of a bugbear about it, because I'm always like, why the fuck do you want to change your child? Like, But I think I would press it.
Yeah.
I think I would press it. Again, for like what you just said there, for all the stuff that comes with it down the line. And again, I think episode 1 or 2, when we talked about it, I think someone had put a comment in and it stuck with me, and it was, okay, think about it this way. Would your kid want you to, and you're like, if I could say, here's you without autism, do you want to be able to do this? He's going to say, yeah, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's going to be like, yeah.
And
the thing is, there's not even an awareness. Like, Thomas doesn't know he's autistic.
Yeah.
He doesn't know he has autism. But if he could be like, oh, sorry, I'd actually be able to communicate with you, like, verbally.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't get anxious about this, and I wouldn't have sensory issues with this. I could just, press a button. Press the button. He'd be like, do it all day. So any reason where I've said before that I wouldn't, it's been purely selfish.
Yeah. And I think
And like you said, to other experiences of other people is what kind of helps
and
you
I
get
think
down that path,
in the early days, the kids were younger. Myself personally, had just gone through that kind of, you've gone through the limbo, the grief section, and then you go automatically into acceptance.
Yeah.
Part of the whole journey as a parent. Is there an element that you go, I'm accepting it and I'm proud? Like you said before, I'm proud. So
100%.
And you're doing it for the right reason, because you're like, I am backing my child.
Yeah.
I am supporting. I'm backing them. That's it.
It's all
I
good.
don't care that they've got autism. I'm backing them. I'm right behind them. Anybody else wants to say any different, I'll knock your block off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change my child or anything else like that. And I think we'd probably gone, like, that's the stage you go to.
Yeah.
And then just the last 13 months, and just like being involved in so many different things, speaking to adults, to parents, going, you think you got it hard now, wait till they become an adult and no one gives a shit.
Wait for puberty to kick in. Yeah.
Or wait till puberty gives a shit.
Yeah.
Wait till they're 21 and the government doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, okay. And then we've had conversations like, what am I supposed to do with a 35, 40-year-old profoundly autistic person? And I'm like, in my late 70s, struggling to bloody put my shoes on, never mind do anything else.
Yeah. And
I'm trying to do the best for them.
And then you get, when this conversation comes up, you get people in the community that are autistic, and they feel like it's like eugenics, like you're trying to.
No.
And they get offended, but autism. The word autism covers such a huge spectrum. It's like, not talking about you.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Einstein.
Yeah.
Or Elon Musk, or whoever else is probably on the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's like, we're talking about these kids that are profoundly autistic and have real struggles, and Thomas's struggles and Lydia's struggles aren't half as bad as a lot of the parents who speak to.
We've heard from there's so many adults that are autistic who are, I've for instance, the ones that have been to university, are now married, have their own children, they come back and say, it's not a fucking walk in the park still. I'm still struggling with day-to-day things. I'm still struggling with relationships. I'm still struggling with like how to cope with life's workload in itself and manage everything else. It's not suddenly like, I'm high functioning and everything's easy for me. They're just having to understand their struggles and try and cope with them. So I guess it's many that would say, if I could press a button, then I possibly would. And it's weird because I saw a comment on a podcast today, and I was watching another podcast. I think I sent it to you, and there was a comment there, and I was just going through the comments about it, and I screenshotted one of them, and again, I'll read it to you. It just says, our son was on the autism spectrum, in brackets Asperger's as it was, diagnosed at 8 years old, highly intelligent, nothing about World War II he did not know. So specialist subject, World War II, and many other topics as well. He had many close friends, all kinds of youngsters. When he attended the prom in high school, so I guess this is America, he was appointed king and got a crown. I have never seen him so proud. I shed a few tears afterwards. Next line. He committed suicide at 17.
Holy shit.
We thought we knew everything there was to know about high-functioning autistic people, but we didn't know that they are more likely to commit suicide than neurotypical people. I use every opportunity to warn people about this. We miss him every day.
Wow.
So it's like, do you know what? As soon as you hear things like they are more likely to commit suicide, you're just like, oh, I'm not that proud now.
No.
I'll press the button.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. And you know what? Again, this is just us talking about our personal experience from 13 months ago to where we are today. And I think it's great that we've done a little bit of a checkpoint to see, has our opinion changed as we go through this journey, and we'll have the same conversation next year.
And again, to your point, it's changing because we're speaking to other parents and their experiences. We literally just had me and you.
Yeah,
we only know each other or knew each other.
When we did episode 1, we didn't know any of the parents. It was just me and you having a bit of a chinwag.
Didn't know shit about
it, and it's just our personal experience. And if you're a parent out there again who's like, I wouldn't change a bloody thing about my child, about their autism, do you know what? That's great.
Awesome.
That's because ultimately we can't change it. But do you know what? It's just a viewpoint, and whatever you're comfortable with that gets you through the day-to-day of being a parent to an autistic child, go with it. As long as you're just still being the best that you possibly can be for that child, that's the most important thing. Ultimately, it's a bit of a worthless conversation because we can't change it.
Can't do anything about it. No.
We can't change it.
It's just like an interesting, because you hear parents that are really struggling, like this lady I saw today on TikTok. It's just interesting to go how your viewpoint can change.
Yeah.
Because had I seen that a year ago, no, I wouldn't have judged her at all, because again, what her kid is going through is not the same as what my kid's going through. So, if they're self-harming constantly, absolutely I'd have a different opinion on it than I would have done 12 months ago. Talking about like autistic people and curing it feels like you're trying to like do some kind of eugenics on autism, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that couple? Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
They were doing this reveal on YouTube that they're pregnant.
Right.
They've got a huge following, massive following, and they put it out there to all their followers on YouTube. Then they went for the test to find out if there's any kind of genetic kind of abnormalities or anything, and they opened that letter on YouTube as well.
Shit.
And it came back that they were going to have Down syndrome.
Yeah.
They did that live on the video. And they posted it.
I don't know why you would do that.
And they decided also to tell everybody that they're going to abort it because of the Down syndrome. Have you not seen any of this?
No.
Fuck, I'll send you a link.
I'm horrified.
And, like... parents out there that have got children with Down syndrome that are like, sorry, you're doing what? Now, again, it's your choice if you decide to abort your child. But like, there's this whole controversy around because there's so many like functioning people with Down syndrome.
I remember a few years ago,
and it was just like, fucking what?
The Down syndrome community, parents in particular, because they were making advances in these, being able to pick up on the markers for Down syndrome, and I think there was kind of news articles going out. We may never ever have Down syndrome children ever again in the world because we're able to pinpoint it and everything else like that. And parents were coming out going, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There's a lot we could learn from people with Down syndrome.
There's a lot we could learn. And equally with autism, there are so many advances that have happened in technology, sciences, everything else through individuals that are on the autism spectrum. Maybe not Lydia and Thomas level yet, but those people that are the high functioning, the ones that can find patterns, that can adapt, can go, there's a problem, I've worked out how to solve it.
Yeah.
We talk about the phones that we use. They may not be diagnosed autistic, because why would you need to be diagnosed autistic if it's not having a negative effect in your day-to-day life?
No.
If you're able to cope day-to-day,
most people
that get diagnosed,
it's because
life is it's throwing up challenges in what education, everything else like that.
Yeah.
But there is a vast amount of people that are extremely intelligent, knowledgeable, that have made great advances for society, that have obvious traits.
Yeah.
And it's like, we'll talk about Elon, whether you like him or not.
Yeah.
The technology
the
side
shit
of
he's
things
done is incredible.
Out there. There's obviously Steve Jobs, many traits that he had there. Even going back to things like Isaac Newton.
Einstein.
Looking at kind of light, patterns in light, sound, all this sort of stuff here. Patterns. It's like these are autistic traits that have left. Have left to so many advancements that take place, and sometimes maybe we don't give those individuals credit. We just accept it and I will take it, but we don't really recognise that these are the individuals that are on the spectrum that move society forward.
It kind of gets said in passing, doesn't it? Like Einstein was probably autistic. It's like, it wasn't probably.
It's a footnote in the book, though, isn't it? Rather than a key thing. Like the reason he's so bloody smart and able to hyper focus is because the way that the brain has been wired in there. It's mad.
And then obviously there's big. I can't believe you haven't seen it because there's been so much controversy. There's loads of other parents of people with Down syndrome themselves, or people who've got children with Down syndrome. One woman did a post where she'd had the same result, and And she was like, no, I'm going to have my child. Didn't have Down syndrome. Okay. So the test came back saying they definitely were going to have it, and they didn't. And it's like, oh.
It's not a guarantee, though, is it? It's like you could be at risk.
No.
And then...
Well, I wonder why, and I don't know the details of this, why Down syndrome, as an example, I'm sure there's a few, like, that's okay to abort. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, every person I've ever met, and again, I'm ignorant to the struggles that people with Down syndrome might have. I've got a cousin who's got Downs, and every person I've met is like the most beautiful person. And again, it sounds like a stereotype, but like they're just joyful. Like, which, when I say like we've got a lot to learn. Is it Shane Gillis? Have you seen like Shane Gillis sketch?
Yeah.
Oh God,
yeah,
it's the best. Because yes, you're right. It's a comedy sketch, and he's taking the piss, but he describes his uncle
beautifully.
Yeah, and it's funny, but it's compassionate, and he's just like. There's a part in it where he says, "Oh, you know, he's got a family member with Down syndrome," and they go, "Oh, is he okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, only like the happiest person I know. Like he's fine. The rest of us are all." I think he used an example like the rest of us are all taking antidepressants and shit, and my uncle's absolutely kicking ass,
living life.
So but I can't believe you haven't seen that.
No,
it's probably not a bad thing, mate. It's quite depressing.
No, it just there's a couple of things that depress me about that. Obviously, the end result. And I guess. That's for a couple to decide themselves whether they've got the capability, the finances.
It absolutely is. But if you're a fucking YouTuber, you've definitely got the finances.
But do you know what I mean?
Then again, we're YouTubers, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, but we don't
we
have
got money.
We don't have the finances. But at the same time, I don't agree with the whole. For something so personal, like it's like.
I think you got to have a screw loose to do that.
I know this will get some clicks.
Yeah,
this will get some eyes on it.
And ultimately, that's why they've done it.
And that's why you've done it. It's people are talking about you. You know, people want to know more about you.
That's such a personal thing.
Like, what a fucking dickhead! You know what we should do? Ban social media.
That's a fucking great idea.
Ban social media so we don't have to listen to dickheads like that.
Yeah, weird, bizarre.
It is bizarre thing to do.
Such a strange thing to do, and I don't even think. I think it's quite subconscious sometimes. I think it's like. Our followers would love to see this,
but some people just do it for clickbait.
Yeah,
it's
really, we know what you're doing.
It's like this will get eyes on us and it'll grow our account. Do you know what? You probably shouldn't have kids.
No.
If that's where, because then when you do have kids, are you going to be the person that dresses them up?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you've got the next set of Kardashians or
something
like that.
Have you seen that Netflix documentary about that woman her and her husband and like the whole family, it's like 5 kids, and she documented their whole life on YouTube, and she's now in prison for abuse.
Oh God!
And these kids were being abused like in the background while it was all like it was a YouTube channel about like parenting and stuff like that. That's ironic.
I saw one in America where it was a morbidly obese couple, and then they had children, and I think they ended up getting done for child cruelty. They made sure their children became morbidly obese as part of the social media thing, so they were just getting bigger and bigger, and just because they got identified as this particular family, so they kept. Wow. I was just say feeding into it, but you know what I mean. They were just like, we can't be healthy and lose weight because we'll lose all this money that we're getting in and social interaction and fame. So it's just like people are nuts.
That's mental. That's disgusting.
That is crazy.
That's gross. Anything else, mate?
I don't think so for this week. I think we've covered a lot of it. I mean, again, we said in the previous episode, let us know where you're listening from.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That was good.
That was awesome.
That was really good. That was nice to see. So keep doing that.
Keep doing that. If you see us, leave a comment. Let us know where you're listening from. We've had people like all over America, UK. Somebody let us know they were listening from Wales. That was useful to know. Bear in mind that we're 15 miles away from Wales. They were in Anglesey.
Anglesey, that was it, yeah.
That we're just across the border, so keep listening. If we're looking at the pod status updates on Apple, we just got number 1 in parenting in UAE, so thank you very much.
We 3 in the UK at some point as well.
Yeah, 3 for the last
parenting.
8 days.
I don't really think we talk much about
we just ramble on, but
we just chat shit.
Yeah, so thanks to everybody that is listening to us, and subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, share, do all that sort of stuff.
We've had a few people asking about the Discord and how to get in there. It's just like just go to the link tree in any of our bios, and it's like the third one down. I think it's wobbling actually. It's like a click me.
Gives you a little wobble saying
click me.
Wobble. Yeah. So if you're interested in joining Discord, I mean the easiest way, just go on Instagram 'cause it's right there, isn't it? You just click on Linktree.
Yeah.
Drop down.
Dead easy.
Press the Discord button. Join that way, and then you'll be able to chat with all the other parents going through exactly the same thing as yourself.
Yeah, somebody actually asked to join the other day because they sent a WhatsApp message because her friend has got a child with PDA and she's like screwing her, like head's about to fall off.
Yeah, there's PDA parents in there.
Yeah, there's a PDA. I mean, that's probably one of the best sources for PDA you're ever going to find because
people sharing some good information.
Don't ask me or Andy about it because we've got no experience in it. But also, nice T-shirt. That's one of Charlie's from Neurospicy & Co. If you do want to buy any merch from her, go to neurospicyandco.uk and you can get 10% off with the code DADCAST. So go do that if you want some T-shirts. She's got loads of nice stuff. The fit's really good.
Yes, good.
I mean, like they just make you look good.
Yeah.
So do that. I need to get one of those harnesses off her as well. You know those harnesses for the kids, basically a dog lead for an autistic child. I need to get one of those off her because Thomas is absconding now, so I could do with a lead for him. I call it a lead harness. But that's it. Follow us everywhere. Please.
Comment on everything.
Like everything.
It's great to hear your thoughts.
Share everything. And go to the website. If anyone's interested in coming on the podcast, go to the website. You can apply in the top menu somewhere. Because, I mean, your stories are going to be way more interesting than ours on repeat now. But I know a lot of you have got some really interesting situations you're in, and if you want to share them, please let us know. And I think one thing I would say is really important. If anyone does want to come on, the idea would be that you're going to be open, because that's what people want to hear. They want to hear everything, essentially.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Exactly, the good, the bad. Oh, we haven't done that before. Well, it's been ages since we've done that. The good, bad, and the ugly. So go in there and let us know if you want to. You just fill the form in, or if you just want to send us a message on there as well. Yep. But that's it. Thank you, mate.
No problem.
See you later, guys.
See you later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.